But either way. We finally have the first semifinal of the day. Orc versus Night Elf, Focus versus Remind. The standard Blade Master versus Demon Hunter first. Nothing else to be expected here. And let's see how this works out. Ancient Isles as the first map is definitely going to be interesting. We saw that earlier already with Focus against Warchief Ridge on Ancient Isles. And for the third time today, we're seeing the exact same building placement. Focus did this earlier against Warchief Ridge, and So-In did the same building placement against Remind. Although it didn't help him so much with actually winning the game because he lost it. And that way Remind managed to get into here in the first place. But anyway, let's see what Focus does now. Against Warchief Ridge, he grabbed the whole creep spot here, and then he went into this to at least steal one Gnoll Warden here, then he got the two Troll Berserkers here. But now he's playing against a different player. It's a different game, so he might go for the different choices here. I'm quite interested in seeing those. Claws for Remind, that's quite nice for him, especially for picking off burrows. And let's see what Focus gets, and especially let's see what Focus is doing. The one burrow attack again, that's really just standard in this matchup, that's what we basically always see here. He gets the claws as well, and he's gonna finish creeping the whole spot while Remind is getting his level 2 here. And going into his own tech at this point now as well. Remind also scouted for this, so he knows exactly what Focus is doing. He can hide his Wisp here, he cannot get attacked in there, so it's completely safe. And you can still use it for scouting later on. Remind actually did not creep the green spot here to get level 2, instead he wanted to be more aggressive and he's now just creeping this instead. It's kind of weird, I think. But I guess it does work out. And Focus is doing the exact same thing that he did against Warchief Ridge, it seems. He didn't get a circlet at the shop though, but he has the claws, not another ring of protection, so he's quite fine without getting the circlet. And this time I think he's going to creep the whole creep spot here. There we go, and he is going to go for it. Remind not really aware of this, I guess, or maybe he's aware of it, but Remind going into the Orc base no matter what. And just going for some PNs here again. That's what he also did against So-In on the game on Ancient Isles. In the game on Ancient Isles, I mean. And he managed to get one PN kill, but Focus's micro is definitely a bit better. He still has 5 PNs in gold all the time. He always swaps low HP ones into the burrow, full HP ones into the gold mine. His Blade Master is already level 2.5, while the Demon Hunter is only level 2. And the Blade Master managed to get a Gloves of Haste as well. Remind didn't manage to do that much here. I mean, it definitely did hurt Focus's lumber economy. Because he had to have so many PNs in burrow all the time. But it's still kind of okay as long as Remind doesn't manage to cancel any tier 2 buildings. As long as that doesn't happen, Focus's lumber economy is still more than fine enough. Archer wanted to pull the creeps here to get a deny onto the Archer and also pull the creeps onto Focus. Focus got a perfect crit there though, so the Archer had no chance of doing anything there. And Focus just having a really good game so far. Actually buying a circlet here at the shop now as well, so his Blade Master is really quite strong. And he will also get level 3 through this spot here. So the Demon Hunter is still only level 2, Archer is already gone, early shop is going up, Remind really likes to do it apparently. And I'm actually not sure if this is open or closed, I think it's still, I guess that it's still closed. But it looks really weird. It could be still closed, but it could also be, it's really hard to tell. I think it's still closed though against yours, just like really barely. Well, I'm really not sure, he's moving his engine 4 towards the red spot now, I guess. And the Beastmaster is on his way already, he got it with the Wisp here. Demon Hunter coming as well with Staff of Teleportation and Staff of Preservation. But at Blade Master, level 3, he has up to 3 Windwalks. Because he's still regenerating that mana, up to 225 to get 3 Windwalks out. Beast here in Spirit Lodge already quite far done, and the TC is coming out as well. Remind managed to cancel Spirit Lodge against So-In, thanks to So-In messing up the block with his grunts here, but Focus is most likely not gonna do that. And there's no chance of cancelling those tier 2 buildings anymore anyway. That grunt could die though. Blade Master was chasing the Quill Beast a little too much, so he's a bit late here. But with the level 2 Windwalk and the boots, he's here quite fast. He swapped the staff onto the Beastmaster, and he's out of range of the Demon Hunter, so if he doesn't swap the staff, he dies. He dies to the crit, so he didn't even have a chance to TP. Demon Hunter only can staff or teleport out of here, manages to do that in time. No good lucky crits for Focus here. But this is still a really good game for Focus so far. He's quite far ahead in hero levels, his Blade Master is really damn strong, he still has a lot of mana. And he can just go aggressive, keep Remind from creeping. The Beastmaster is gonna come back with full HP, but he's only gonna be on 100 mana, so healing up at Moonwells is gonna be quite expensive since it's gonna replenish mana at the same time. And the Blade Master, Focus already knows that Remind probably wants to creep this 50 inch wall here. He does not even give a damn, he's just going for this straight up, goes for the first troll warlord with only his blade. Remind sees it, but he's too late, he doesn't have boots. He was almost halfway across the map, so he has no chance of doing something about this. Anchor of Reincarnation for Focus. He will probably sell it. And he's going for that already now. There we go, he sold it. And rather wants to invest into a heal scroll instead, in Will Pot or something like that. And he's waiting for it to become daytime. As soon as it gets 6 AM game time, he can get heal scroll and in Will Pot. Manages to steal the creep, manages to steal the item, instantly sells the item, which was a Wand of Illusion, and actually doesn't get a scroll or an invul pot yet. That's really beautifully done by Focus, because he just hid behind the trees here. He still got dusted. He still got dusted actually, but he was still out of vision range. So Remind didn't see him and he could go for an easy steal. His play is just so strong with the level 2 Windwalk and with all those items here. I think he actually bought another circlet as well at the shop. Ring of Protection for a TC, definitely not the best item, but he's at least level 2 already. Remind at least getting some experience here, but no item. He's completely out of items basically. Barely doesn't have any. At least his mass upgrade is coming up though. He is tier 3, he will get his Orb of Venom most likely now as well. But Focus is having such a great game so far, and Focus in general being really strong in Orc versus Night Elf, at least that's what it seems like. Well, that's basically the only matchup we ever see him play in Gera Cup, it seems. In like the quarters, semi and grand finals. Because it's basically only Night Elf there, for some reason. Most of the times at least. So I don't know how strong he actually is in other matchups, but against Elf he's definitely pretty damn strong, and it's really impressive to see him play here. Only at 42 supplies so far though, while Remind is at 34 though. Focus just invested his gold into double heal scroll and invul pot already. And he's looking really strong so far. And also, well, Remind actually pulling the creeps here, I think it actually was an accident because he didn't do anything with it, he didn't get a Trouble Circle or something, so I guess it really just was an accident. I mean, Focus is actually playing the control game now, he's not letting Remind get that Tinker for free. And now instead of just camping at the tower and waiting, he's actually going into the base while Remind is out of it to get some damage onto the Moonwell. I'm pretty damn sure that he has Pillage already. Actually no, he doesn't, he's just getting it now. So all he just got is some damage onto the Moonwell, but it's still quite nice. Sanctuary Wards can, sadly for Focus, easily get picked off thanks to the Hog. And this is definitely not over yet for Remind, but honestly, considering how strong Focus is in this matchup in general, also against higher level Night Elf players, I would definitely give the edge to Focus here in this best of 3, in the semi-final. And I would say it's quite likely that Focus will go for a 2-0. But Remind is also always up for surprises. But so far this looks like a 1-0, if you ask me. Remind is at least getting some creeping done here, but it will cost him another TP, and he still does not even have a Tinker. And if he wants to actually finish the spot, he's already losing one Moonwell, that one is down already. There's no level 2 Shockwave yet, but there's a level 4 Blade Master, which means level 2 crit. He has a claw, he has double circle, gloves of haste, so that guy is going to hurt a lot. Rune Bracers for the Demon Hunter, which is like the worst item he could have gotten here. He will definitely sell it because it helps against Spirit Walkers and TC Wave, but it's really not worth it. He rather wants like another heal scroll instead or something like that. And there we go, Blade Master already going for some talent harass here, instantly using the invul pot so he cannot get Cyclone, so he definitely gets some pickoffs. Gets 2 talents here, Remind at least got some creeping done, and got another item for himself. A Ring of Protection +3 though, that's really damn unfortunate for him. And Focus gets the rest of the experience here, getting really close to level 3 TC. He can just get it here with those 2 creeps. And then he's basically in a perfect fighting position. And Focus, you can already see it here. Focus knows that he's pretty damn far ahead. 40 supply only for Remind. He will now get his Tinker with that Moonwell finishing, so he's not supply blocked anymore. But 47 supply against 59 in favor of Focus. He still managed to go for 59 supply, also thanks to Turbo Circuit. He has 6 supply in production still though. So 59 supply for Focus, level 4 Blade, almost level 3 TC, double heal scroll, no Invul Pot though. He gets the pick off onto the Fairy Dragon with his first Bat Rider, so that's really perfect for him as well. No mana flare to keep that Fairy Dragon alive. And you can already see it with this expansion here, that Focus knows how far ahead he is. He's confident in actually going for an expansion as well, because Remind is just in such a weak spot right now, and Focus knows it. And this is looking really bad for Remind now. He wants to get some more creeping gun, he wants to get the 0 levels, but Focus is aware of it. And it's gonna come to creep check here. A little too late though, so Remind gets basically the whole creep spot already. Gets an Anchor of Reincarnation, not the best for him, but it's also still not too bad, I guess. Beastmaster quite close to level 3. Tinker not nowhere, like he's nowhere near level 2 basically. But Beastmaster level 3 would do quite something with level 2 Quill Beast. But this fight now, a nice shockwave for Focus, and that was a level 2 shockwave. He's out of mana now though. But 60 supply versus 48 in favor of Focus. There's an expansion coming up behind us. The Tinker's already falling. No staff for him, even though he was not answered. Not sure why Remind didn't staff. Maybe he's just a little too overwhelmed. But now this is going on. 180 crit onto the Demon Hunter. He has an Invul Pot. He has an Anchor of Reincarnation. He's not using Invul Pot yet. Rather uses the Ank instead. But he has no TP. He cannot get out of here. He has to take this fight. But he cannot take this fight. There's no way that he is going to survive in this fight. There's no way that he's gonna survive after that against an expansion from Focus. That Blade Mass is just slashing everything to pieces. And Beastmaster will probably not even reach level 3 in this game anymore. And Focus really just dominating in this first game. And he will definitely take the game now with clearing up this fight. There's so much Ensnare for the Demon Hunter. He wants to staff out the Demon Hunter. He cannot do so though because there's permanent Ensnare for a hero. He has more than enough rages for that. Gets another nice answer on the Fairy Dragon. Nothing can really run away here. The Beastmaster might still get away in some talents, but that's not enough at this point. 35 supply for Remind against 57 in favor of Focus, with an expansion ready as well and really good hero levels. Level 5 Blade, which means level 3 critical strike, and Remind won't be able to survive against that. Remind doesn't want to get out of the game yet though. It's the semi-final of the Gera Cup. He doesn't want to leave all too early, even if his chance might be incredibly low. He still wants to try everything. I think he doesn't know about the expansion yet, so maybe he thinks that he still has some remote chance. But he really doesn't, I would say. Not at this point anymore. Not against Focus. Focus is not the guy to mess up a one game like this one at this point. That's really unlikely at this point. Basically no items for Remind. He has, well, the ring, the claws, his orb. But most importantly, he doesn't have a heal scroll, he doesn't have Invul Pot. And Focus has crazy hero levels. He doesn't have those consumable items either, but he will get them quite soon now. He has a lot of time to also clarity, heal up his units. Basically the whole map is crapped, so there's not much else to do except for waiting here and reaping the benefits of his expansion here and getting further and further ahead. Remind just scouted it though, so he knows he has to go, else it's too late anyway. But Focus will get to the shop here first. There's 2 heal scrolls available and an Invul Pot. He doesn't have to go to buy everything though. He got one Invul Pot, one heal scroll, excuse me, already. He'll probably get the Invul Pot now. There we go. So Remind can still get one heal scroll here. He lost another Fairy Dragon though and did not use Mana Flare to save it. So another Fairy Dragon down right away. So no Fairy Dragon for this fight. He has decent hero levels on his Beastmaster and such, but that's not gonna be enough against the hero levels from Focus, and especially the army with 67 supply against 43. No Fairy Dragons even ensnares the Wisps here, so they cannot even detonate on Spirit Walkers, even though they're right next to them. Beautiful Shockwave picking off all those Wisps and hitting a lot of talents. That Demon Hunter can't really survive through the damage from the Blade Master. A 200 crit. Used the Invul Pot really early on to just dish some damage out. He still has the heal scroll on his TC. and just use this one. So everything's still alive for focus. He didn't lose a single unit. Another 228 crit. The NCR on the Demon Hunter. He cannot get stepped out. He has no more item. There's the shockwave. Now he gets stepped out in the last possible second. So he barely survives, but is that really worth it? It's 64 supply against 22. Remind only has his 3 heroes left, 1 Talon and a few Wisps. And that is it. 1-0 for focus.